What's going on, everyone? This is Brucey Sprue with the first ever video in my Nothing Special series where I max a main account as an average player. As I currently work towards 99 Slayer in this series, I plan on making PVM guides and loot compilations to make the series a bit more interesting, rather than me updating you guys on just the levels that I get. Right now, my maxing plan consists of working towards 99 Slayer to try and max my combats, and on the side, I'm doing some woodcutting, crafting, and construction. Right as I finished my last video, I went to relax and do some Slayer, and guess what? My first task was Kraken. So I could not pass this opportunity up, guys. Having just hit 87 Slayer last week and just learning Kraken, I thought it would be great to show a guide and what kind of loot you can expect here from a task. First off, you'll need 87 Slayer to be able to kill Kraken, and Kraken can only be killed on task. 87 Slayer is not easy work, but you do get rewarded with a nice and easy Kraken boss, and Kraken gives you some pretty decent GP as well. As for the gear, I recommend a mix of your best offensive mage gear and best defensive gear against mage, as Kraken will attack with magic. It is highly resistant to ranged, and you cannot melee it. For most of us, this is going to look like Arams or Carols, but you can use Black D'hide if you'd like, or Ancestral or Arma if you can afford it. For me, I've found that Arams works perfectly fine. You'll want a charged staff as your weapon. I found I was able to get by using Fire Wave, but it was just a lot slower. I don't recommend it, but it is an option. Occult Necklace is good. Gloriami for budget. God Cape or God Cape Imbued if you have it. Tormented Bracelet if you have it. Barrow's Gloves for budget is fine. Eternal boots are good. Any D'hide boots or Mystic boots for budget is fine, or if you can get anything better, that is also okay. I use a Ring of Suffering here, but you can use a Seer's Ring, and I also used a Blessed Spirit Shield for the extra defense, but if you find that you don't need it, you can bring a Book of Darkness or something else for the extra magic boost. For the inventory, I recommend a telly out or to a bank, a telly to a fairy ring to get there. I'll be using a quest cape. You could use a fairy ring in your house, a fairy ring by the GE or the Ardun Monastery. And then I bring runes for high alching. Kraken does drop some alchable drops occasionally, and a fishing explosive to summon Kraken. The rest is low-level food. Monkfish works totally fine. I happen to have some extra Karambon here. So, to get to Kraken, you will want to teleport to a fairy ring. I'll use the quest cape here, and then you are going to want to go to AKQ. And that's easy to remember because it stands for Always Killing Kraken, except for Kraken is spelled with a Q. And you'll just want to run west from here into this cave. If you don't have a fairy ring unlocked for some reason and you do have 87 Slayer, you could use Piscator's teleport and run southwest here, but I probably wouldn't recommend that. Alright, so let's get into the cave. It's just a short jog west, and we will jump on in. Once you're in the cave, you'll just want to run north, and you will see the crevasse here. You can zoom out to see if anyone's fighting Kraken, and then if not, you can just hop on in, and you are good to go. To start the fight, you'll want to use the fishing explosive on the whirlpool. This will summon Kraken, and all you'll need to do is sit back, tank the lovely zeros it hits you with. So let's get into a example fight here. We'll summon Kraken. Usually once the fishing explosive disappears, I'll attack Kraken. Make sure you have your staff equipped, obviously. And then you can just sit back, watch yourself mage Kraken, and that is it for the kill. It's very simple. They go pretty quick. Kraken will sometimes hit 1 to 2s depending on your gear, and its highest hit is a 28, I believe, but it will never stack you out. It's pretty rare it hits higher than a 2. It does happen. Just heal 2 full before each fight, and you can AFK and be totally fine. As you can see, the fights are pretty quick. I get about 30 kills or so per trip, and I don't use prayer. Kraken will also drop food to help you last longer here. You don't need to worry about prayers, but you can choose to use Mystic Might or Augury if you have it, or you can bring a Mage Potion and use Preserve to get a little extra magic defense, or a DPS boost. All right, we'll do one more example kill here, and then I will finish up my task, and we will get into the loot. You normally get around 100 Kraken kills a task. And I will see you guys after this kill. I will do my next 13. I'll meet you back at the GE, and we can go over the loot that you can expect from Kraken. All right, so this is the loot that you can expect from Kraken. I did get a little bit spooned here. I got the Trident of the Seas drop at about 250 KC, which is about the half the drop rate for the item. That's a nice 800k drop right there. As you can see, Kraken drops a lot of runes. This is about 1 mil GP in runes here. And I will be keeping those, but everything else I will sell. The Sandfew serums are a nice drop. It's like a 35k each for each potion. Kraken does drop magic seeds. You get about 10 to 20k GP drops, which is nice. And then a couple alchable drops here. And, you know, some useless stuff like seaweed, harpoon, pirate's boots, etc. So I will go ahead and sell everything and let you guys know how much I made off with for this task. And there it is. All of the loot is sold. I have made about 1.7 mil from this Kraken task. I've only had about 3 Kraken tasks so far, guys, but I usually make over a mil every single time. And if I had sold the runes that Kraken dropped as well, this would be closer to 2.9 to 3 mil. So I hope you guys enjoyed the guide, and if you like the video, please leave a like down below, and if there's anything else you'd like to see from me as I go towards max, please leave a comment. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care. Peace.